This is an example class of our group sessions. And if you're enjoying this class and you'd like more, just contact me and we can talk about bringing you into the sessions. Today we're using the Bala band. If you don't have a band, it's no big deal. You can use a regular TheraBand. These are really great. And if you sign up for a membership, I'll send them to you. But you can use a regular TheraBand. These just give a little bit more feedback. I like them. And we're gonna just start out on the mat. You don't need the band for anything quite yet, just have it by your side. Okay, laying down on your back. Start by stretching both of your legs long. And I apologize, my sound device was not working this morning for some reason, of course, when I'm recording this. So hopefully the sound is okay. But you're going to take your left foot and place it over your right knee, right thigh. Just hang there for a moment. And I want you to notice when you do that, how the sides of your pelvis feel. One side might feel a little heavier than the other. We can tip when we do this shape. Extend your leg and feel how your pelvis interact with the mat now without any figure four. And then let's go to the other side, right foot over left thigh, and notice how things tilt on this side. And then back to center. Now you're going to bring your left foot over the right thigh again, but let's be modest about how much we open the knee. I want you to keep the right side of your hip equally heavy as the left side of your hip on the ground. So don't allow yourself to tilt. Be mindful, open carefully. And there's a little bit of some, abdominal connection that's going to help you in this moment. Stay here, balance on the pelvis. And then the right knee is going to bend a little. And you're going to start to inchworm your foot closer to you without tilting off your pelvis. Okay, stay balanced and see where you can go. It might not be as far as you normally go in this stretch. Once you get to a point where you feel some pull deep in your hip or maybe through the back of your sacrum, I want you to hold there and breathe in deeply and slowly. Relax your butt muscles, relax your thighs, your ankles. And if you find that your stretch is getting softer, you can inchworm your foot a little closer. But again, only as close as you can go without tilting things. So for many of us, that might be way out here. That's fine, be there. Let yourself open in that position. I'm not always the best guide. My hips are pretty flexible, so you may be much farther out. Stay for one more breath. And then unwind the legs. Let's stretch them out long. Flex your heels. Pull the toes all the way back. And then point your toes, curling your toenails into the arch of your foot. Flex again. And point. One more flex. And one more point. And then we're going to take our left foot and cross it over our right knee. That's the one we already did. See, now I'm recording and I'm going to mess everything up. Right foot over the left knee. Relax. Notice the pelvis. If it started tilting to the right, let's bring some weight down in the left. You might have to lift the right knee a little bit. And then we're going to start to inchworm back, keeping the right and left side of our pelvis on the mat. When you start to feel some pulse, that's when you're going to slow down and breathe. And if you feel like you have more flexibility, go ahead and move your foot a little bit closer. Just a different way to experience this stretch. One more breath. And then unwind the legs, lengthen out. Take the arms back. Big good morning stretch. Now I want you to grab onto your band and you're going to place it around your thighs. Some of these concepts I'm going to be mentioning, we've been building into over the last weeks. So don't worry if you're not quite sure, if you're not feeling everything that I'm mentioning, because with practice, you will. All right, so your legs are just as wide as your hips, so there's a little space between your knees. Bring your fingertips to your sitting bones, those pointy bones that you sit on. And I want you to kind of pull your butt flesh. So you kind of pull the muscle apart and feel a little more widening in that pelvis space in the sitting bones. Pull open on the band just a little bit to feel even more width. Bring your hands behind your head, take a breath. Exhale, bend forward, keep your tailbone on the ground. Inhale, lower down. I'm going to show you what it looks like when you don't keep your tailbone on the ground. We curl and this happens, right? The hip flexors kind of get tight, the belly kind of shears up, relax back down. And you're just going to curl, keeping the tail on the ground for this today. A little outward pressure on the band. One more curl. Take a breath in. Exhale, bring your legs into tabletop. We're going to turn out our knees, turn out our feet, but we're staying wide. Inhale as you stretch your legs. Exhale as you bend in. Inhale, stretch. And exhale, bend. Now, just like when you were doing your figure 4 stretch, I want you to keep your pelvis on the ground. So although I'm sure we can bring our knees in real close, you're going to look for that resistance. How can I reach my tail into the earth while I still bend my knees? And how does that change the sensation in the base of my pelvis? Let this be as much of a sensory experience as it is an abdominal workout. Two more. Keep that pull on the band. Keep that little turnout in the feet. And then let's put the head down, put the feet down. Relax, wiggle the hips. We're going to do the same thing, but our feet will be parallel and flexed. Take a breath in. Exhale, bend forward. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift the legs just to tabletop. Flex your feet and pull the band a little, not much. I don't want you to feel your outer hips working. It's just enough to feel some width between the legs. Inhale as you stretch. Exhale as you bend. Every time you bend the knees is an opportunity to bend forward by sinking the low back into the ground. Notice that as the legs move away, the low back tries to lift, and you can sink into the ground more as the knees come in. When you stretch your legs, you can inflate your lungs. Lots of inhale creates more surface area and more weight here in the torso. So let your breath be full, complete, and wide so that you stay connected to the mat through your low back. Two more. Lower your head, lower your feet. We're going to leave the band on, but we're going to move it down towards the top of our feet. Okay. And you're going to stretch your legs out long. It's a variation on roll up. Hands are down by your sides. Take a breath. Look forward. And then as you exhale, bring your elbows back. All right, we try to do that in one piece, both elbows moving together. And then press your hands down into the ground. You're gonna push into straight elbows. Lift your heart here, long spine, long hamstrings. And then pick up your rib cage as you bow forward. Arms come up, and then arms circle all the way over your ears and beyond your toes. Arms are parallel to the ground, and then we roll back. As you stretch down towards the ground, you can gently pull the band to widen your back into the ground. Take a breath. Curl forward. As you exhale, elbows back. Inhale, press the hands, lift your heart. Keep some of that lift as you exhale and stretch forward. Over the toes. And then rolling back. All the while, it's as if I'm behind you, pulling your rib cage away from your pelvis. Take an inhale, start to curl forward. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, imagine I'm pulling your rib cage up off of your hips. And then lift and circle around. Rolling back one more time. Inhale to curl. Exhale, bend. Inhale, press and lift the ribs. Exhale, circle around. Take this band off of your feet. Split your legs wide. Saw. Arms are out to a T. We're going to take our left thumb and rotate it down. This hand is our driving force. It's going to push through the air to rotate our body, and we're going to reach beyond our toe. This back arm condenses closer to the armpit, closer to the back, and higher. Inhale, rise up, again, like I'm picking up your rib cage. Keep that lift as your right thumb rotates down and pulls you back. Inhale, rise up. Twist, exhale. Inhale, pick up your ribs. Twist, exhale. As you move through this, I want you to have awareness of your two sitting bones again. And as I twist, I'm going to pay attention to this back sitting bone. I want her to stay on the ground. So I have to release my hip. I have to release my waist to allow that sinking. Rise up, try it on the other side. I'm going to pay attention to this hip and this waist. Heavy through my bottom hip, my outside hip. Releasing the tissue of my waist down. Reaching, reaching, reaching. One more in each direction. Back to center, bring the legs together. Bend your knees and slowly lower yourself just down to C shape. And then bring the knees in towards your chest. Hold on to the back of your ankles. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, see if you can extend your legs without letting go. Don't let your hands move. Keep them where they are and get them strong. Maybe your legs don't get 100% straight. That's okay. And then you're going to bend as you inhale. Exhale, stretch, curl towards your stretch. Inhale, bend. One more. And then we're going to switch the breath. Take a breath in, take a breath out. Now inhale, expand. Feel your ribs fill with air. Feel them stretch into your back. And then exhale, you soften. Slow and long breath in through the nose. Expand your back as you expand your legs, curling you deeper. Exhale, we lower. One more time. Stay up here if you can, take a break if you can't. You're gonna grab your left leg. You're gonna reach your right leg out long, and you're gonna try to bring your left leg even more vertical, up to about 12 o'clock. Now flex your right foot, travel up, try to hold your curl. Point your toe, reach away, your curl gets curlier when that long leg pulls you up. As you flex up, you have to maintain the curl by bending. One more. Bend both knees, lower your head for a moment, take a little turn if the neck is talking. And then we're gonna come back up, hold to the back of both legs. Inhale, rise. Now we hold the right leg. Push the right leg up towards the ceiling and away as the left leg reaches. We're in our highest curl. Now we flex the foot and exhale, maintain the curl. You might even feel like you're bending your elbows to get closer to that leg. Reach away, inhale. Exhale, maintain your curl. Hard work. One more. And then bend both knees. And you can roll to your side or rock up. We're going to put the band on our thighs again. Nice and high. On your hands and knees, again, there's a little bit of width between your knees, a little wider than hip width. You're going to stretch your left leg out long. Now, before we do anything, I want you to find your posture. So often we tilt to the right. So I want you to find your left hand, lean more weight into your left hand. Find your connection here. Sometimes I think about holding on to something like a magazine under my armpit. The back of the neck is long. We don't hang our head. We've got a long neck, and we're pressing through the back heel. Lift this straight leg up, lower down. My foot is flexed. I'm leading with the heel. For 4. Keep weight in your left hand, the inside of the right knee. And then we're going to come to a bended knee. We go down and we stretch up, hold. Allow yourself to move down quickly. Stretch up, hold. Down, up, hold. Strong flex in the foot. Down, up, hold. Last 3. Last 1. Stay up. Stretch your leg. Keep pulling up on that band. Now lift your right hand. Maybe you touch the edge of your mat, or maybe you reach forward. We're going to hold and reach. Push down through your left hand. Be strong. Lift your left leg higher. Lift your right arm longer. And then bring everybody down. Just sit back on your heels for a moment. Stretch your hips. Give your wrists a little break. If they don't like that pressure, you can bend them in. Our wrists get better with time as we learn the connection here. Okay, takes the pressure off of the wrists, puts it into our center, into our back, into our belly. Let's do the second side. You stretch the right leg, flex your foot. Now your right hand has to be more present because you're going to lean to the left. So I want you to lean into your right hand, lean into the inside of your left knee. Strong flex through the right foot. We go up and down. Long back of the neck. Long spine. And then we bend the knee. We go down, up, hold it. Down, up, nice and high. Let's go down, up, keep the heel flexed. Last 4, hang in there. Down, up. Down, up. Last 1, stay here. Reach the leg out long and high. Left arm reaches forward, maybe up. Keep lifting your back leg, lengthen the knee back there, lengthen the arm. You've just got a few seconds to hold, and then put it down. Sit back on your heels. You're gonna lay down on your belly now. Take the strap. Let's just leave the strap on, actually. I like the feedback. You're going to be in a goalpost position on the ground, which is like this. Depending on your shoulders, you might prefer a lower goalpost or a little higher goalpost, but don't be up here. This is too high. Let's stay shoulder height or maybe a little lower. Okay, eyebrows on the ground. I want you to picture your shoulder blades laying on your back on either side of your spine. Lift just your right arm and feel your right shoulder blade move closer to your spine. And then put it down. Do that again. I like to inhale when I lift. And exhale when I lower. If you feel it up on the top of the shoulder, bring your elbow down a little bit. Try the other side now, 3 times. We're trying to keep the hand just as high as the elbow. I'm going to turn my body just so you can see me better. We're going to lift both arms together now, both shoulder blades coming towards each other over the spine. Imagine that muscle right between your shoulder blades, narrowing to bring your blades together. Now add a little hover as you go. We hover the upper body. The arms are higher than our back though. So if you've got a very stretchy back, I don't want you to come up here with low arms. Just go as high as you can where the arms feel like they're a little higher or at least at the same height. One more, we stay up. You're going to put your right hand down next to your right rib, and you're going to pull yourself into a side bend. And then you're going to come back to center with no hands. Left hand comes down, pull. No hands, look at the floor. Right hand on the floor, pull. Back to center, left hand down, pull. Now add a reach. Put your right hand down, reach your left arm over, back to center. Reach your right arm over, back to center. One more each side. And then press yourself back up. We're going to take puppy stretch instead of child's pose. So you bring your fingertips forward. Try not to be on your palms, but be active on your fingertips. And look at my butt. It's over my knees. It's not over my heels. Keep your butt over your knees as you sink your chest wherever you can go. If this bothers your shoulder, put your elbows down. Okay, but keep that tail open and wide. And then move on to your side. I'm going to say let's just keep the band on for fun. If your hips are exhausted, take it off. That's fine. I'm lined up with the back of my mat. My head and my tail are together at the back of my mat. I'm going to lift this top leg. When I lift this top leg, I press my ankle bone down. I'm active on the bottom. We go back. We go forth. Just like we did in quadruped. Back, 4th. Notice how much this bottom ankle wants to move. Don't let it. Now we go for big circle for 4. How big can you go without rocking back, right? It wants to take you. Find the edge. 1 more. And we reverse, we go back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Leave your legs together, open your body up for a twist, just stretch out your chest. And you can look over your right shoulder to spiral your neck into more twist. And then let's come back onto our side. We're going to flip the side too. Bring your body back in line with the mat. Try not to get into sleeping fetal position, but a more open Pilates position. Lift the top leg. Only hip height, sorry. We're going to go forward. We're going to go back. We're pressing down through the bottom knee. We're pressing down through the bottom ankle. How far can you go while maintaining your tether? Really push for it. Go, go, go. See what you can do. And then we're going to go into a circle. Same thing. It's okay if your knee or your ankle lifts a little. That's just telling you you're at your edge. And you play with that on the next rotation. These bands are no joke. 1 more in this direction. And then we reverse. 4. Last one. Okay, let's finish on our back and shoulder bridge. Flip over. Feet are flat. Arms are down by your sides, gently pulling on the band, just a little, so that your sitting bones are not squeezing together. You want to feel the bottom of your hips wide. As you lift your hips up, avoid squeezing your butt, all right? Just let your butt activate naturally because the thigh is opening and you are lifting. And then slowly bending down, notice the glutes. Try to soften them. See what happens, what muscles work instead, what you can sense. Inhale, rise. It's true that the butt does have to work in shoulder bridge, but you don't have to grip it to get up there. Let's allow the body to bend rather than push. Just 1 more. Finishing in constructive rest position. You can bring the legs together so you're not pulling on the band. This is such a nice position for your hip flexors to rehydrate and relax. So if you're somebody who gets hip pain or low back pain, this position is really good for you. So if you have the time, stay in it for 2 to 5 minutes and just breathe. This is an example of the type of class I'm currently running for a group, and there are just a couple spaces open in it. So if you're interested in being a part of this small group, I would love to have you. Let's chat and go from there.